how's it going? My name is Monica and welcome to Comicat Creations. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to make this long sleeve shirt with the hood attached, and this is such a nice basic piece to have for the cooler months. I want to give a huge thank you to LA Finch Fabrics because they actually gave me the fabric to make this tutorial with, so thank you so much for that, and I really encourage y'all to check out their website because they are my favorite online fabric store. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up, and I would love to have you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any more tutorials, because we have such a fun sewing community on here and it would be so nice to have you in it. Thank you so much for watching, and let's get sewing! To make this shirt, I used almost 2 yards of a 4-way stretch knit fabric, and that's important so you get a great comfortable fit and so you can get the shirt on and off over your head, which you wouldn't be able to do with non-stretch fabric. You'll also need a fitted shirt with sleeves to use as a template to make the shirt, plus something with a hood attached to use as a template to make the hood. If you have a shirt that already has a hood attached, that would be perfect, but I don't have any shirts with hoods on them, so I just grabbed a sweater with a hood on it to use for the hood part. And finally, you'll need the sewing supplies I have listed in the video's description. To begin, grab your shirt and fold one of the sleeves into the center, adjusting it so that you can clearly see the curved shape of the armhole like so, and if needed, you can pin the fabric to keep that shape. Fold the other sleeve in and adjust it as well, so now your shirt looks like a tank top, and then fold it in half right down the center, and we'll use this as our easy bodice pattern. Fold a section of your fabric over a little wider than the shirt, making sure the fabric stretches the most in the direction the arrows are going, so the shirt will be most stretchy going around you once it's done. Lay the shirt onto the fabric so that the folds line up, and pin it down. If your shirt has a high neckline like mine, begin cutting a 1/2 inch larger than the shape of the neckline to add seam allowance. If it has a low neckline, just make sure to cut the neckline high like this, because it is important for the new shirt to have a high neckline. Then continue cutting a 1/2 inch larger around the shape of the shoulder, armhole, side, and bottom edge, again to add the room we need for seam and hem allowance. Remove the shirt and unfold the fabric, and you'll have one bodice piece cut out that looks like this. Then use it to cut a second identical bodice piece. You can see here that I cut one of the necklines lower for the front of the shirt, but you'll actually want to keep both necklines cut high right now because that makes it easier for when we go to attach the hood later. Lay those pieces together with the correct sides of the fabrics facing together and pin and sew along the shoulders and sides using a 1/2 inch seam allowance for all your seams. Since we're using stretch fabric, use a ballpoint needle and sew all your seams and hems with either a stretch stitch or a zigzag stitch, either of which will allow the seams to stretch without breaking. Like I mentioned in a lot of my videos, I always like to test a few stretch and zigzag stitches on a scrap seam of the fabric to see what works best, because sometimes one stitch may work better than another on different stretch fabrics. A zigzag stitch sewed nicely on mine, so that's what I used for all my seams. And if you ever get wavy seams, try out different stitches. Iron the fabric after sewing, and sometimes a walking foot can help too, so experiment to see what works best for your fabric. When you're done, try on the top to make sure it fits you well and make any adjustments if needed, then set it aside to work on the sleeves. Lay your shirt back out so the sleeve is straightened out, where this top straight edge is the folded edge of the sleeve, and this curved seam where the sleeve and armhole are sewn together looks like half of a bell shape. To make a pattern for the sleeve, lay a see-through piece of paper like tissue or tracing paper so that its straight edge is lined up with the sleeve's folded edge, and begin tracing out the sleeve shape. Look through the paper at the shape of the seam and trace along that curved seam. Then continue along the length of the sleeve and finish at the bottom edge. And I also like to mark on the paper where the folded edge was so I have it on the pattern. Remove the shirt and add new lines a 1/2 inch outside the sleeve shape to add seam and hem allowance on all the edges except that folded edge. Then cut around those new lines and you've made an easy sleeve pattern that should look something like this. Grab your fabric again and fold another section of it over, pin the pattern onto the fold of the fabric, and cut all the way around it. When you remove the pattern and unfold your fabric, you'll have a sleeve cut out that looks like this. Then cut one more sleeve. Fold them in half with the correct sides of the fabrics facing together and pin and sew along the long edges. Turn them right side out and use straight pins to mark this point at the top of the curve on each sleeve, which marks where the sleeves will sit at your shoulders. To attach the sleeve to the bodice, turn your bodice inside out and your sleeve right side out, and flip the sleeve over so you're holding the part that will sit at your wrist. Slide it in through the armhole so the correct sides of the fabrics face together and the edges of the armholes line up. Grab the underarm seam on your bodice and the underarm seam on your sleeve, line them up and pin them together, and always be sure to open up and flatten out the seam allowances whenever you pin seams together. Then grab the shoulder seam on your bodice and that point you marked with a pin on the sleeve and pin them together too. When both those points are pinned, line up the raw edges of the sleeve and bodice and pin them together more frequently around the rest of the armhole. And when you're done pinning them together, sew around the armhole to attach the sleeve. Repeat that process to attach the other sleeve the same way, and then set the shirt aside and grab the garment you have with the hood on it. Fold the hood part of it in half and smooth it out so it's completely flattened out and you can see the shape of the hood clearly. You'll see that it's made up of a curved seam that goes around the back of your head, a curved seam where it's sewn to the neckline, and then the front edge that goes around your face. And just like with the sleeves, we'll be tracing this shape for a pattern, so lay another piece of tissue or tracing paper onto the hood. Trace out the shape by following along that curved edge that goes around the back of the head, then look through the paper to see the shape of the seam where it's sewn to the neckline and trace along that curved seam as well, and complete the shape by tracing along the front of the hood. Remove the hood and add new lines a ½ inch outside of the hood shape to add seam allowance around all the edges, then cut along those new lines to cut out your pattern, which will look similar to this. Fold a section of your remaining fabric in half, pin the pattern onto that double layer, and cut all the way around the shape of the hood. When you remove the pattern and separate the fabric, you'll have 2 hood pieces cut out. Do that one more time so that now you'll have 2 sets of hood pieces. One set will be for the outer layer of the hood, and one set will be to make a lining, and you can move one of those sets out of the way for now. Lay those pieces with the correct sides facing together and pin and sew along the back curved edge, then repeat with the other set and turn one of them right side out. Open up the hood that's still inside out and slide the other hood inside of it so the correct sides of the fabrics face together and all the edges line up. Grab the seams that sit at the top of both hoods, match them up, and pin them together at that point, and again make sure to open up and flatten out the seam allowances when pinning. When you've got that point pinned, line up the edges of the hoods on either side of that seam and begin pinning them together as well, so you're pinning the pieces along the entire front opening where the hood will sit around your face. Pin frequently to keep the pieces in place, and when you finish pinning, sew around that front opening to join the 2 hoods together. Turn the pieces right side out, so now you have a hood with a matching lining. Next, I decided to sew a row of stitches right along the edge of the hood all the way around the front opening, just to help keep the lining and the outside layer from shifting. To do this, sew about 1/8 inch away from the edge of your fabric all the way around that front opening, again using a stretch or a zigzag stitch. I decided to use a more decorative looking stretch stitch for this step because it sewed really nicely on my fabric and added a bit of a decorative detail to the hood. Now that the hood is made, check to see if it'll match up to your neckline by wrapping it around the neck of your shirt. If the hood is too large for the neckline, trim the front of the neckline down a little at a time until you can wrap the hood around it and overlap the edges by about 1/2 inch at the front, like mine does here. The reason I suggested for you to cut your neckline higher on the front than I did to begin with was just so you didn't accidentally cut it too low to match up with the hood, since it's a lot easier to cut it to the size you need now that the hood is made. Turn the shirt over so the back side is facing up. Measure to find the center back of the neckline and use a straight pin to mark that point. Now grab the seam at the center of your hood and rotate the hood so that you can match that seam up to the center back pin on your shirt. Pin them together here so that the correct sides of the fabrics face together and you've pinned both layers of the hood to the neckline. Then line up the raw edges of the pieces and pin them together around the entire back of the neckline, starting at that center point and working your way outward as you pin. Turn the shirt over so the front side is facing up and bring the hood around to the front so you can line up the raw edges and pin them together around the front of the neckline too. Make sure to overlap the edges of the hood by about a ½ inch at the center front of the neckline like I showed earlier. When you're done pinning, sew around the neckline to attach the hood, and now we're almost done. To finish, we just need to hem the sleeves and the bottom edge. To do that, turn your sleeves inside out and fold the edge of the fabric over about a ½ inch, then fold it over again another ½ inch and pin it down, and repeat that process of double folding and pinning all the way around both sleeves. When you're done, sew to secure the hems using a stretch or a zigzag stitch, and for my hems I used that same decorative stretch stitch I used around the hood to keep it all cohesive. Hem the bottom edge the same way by double folding the fabric, pinning it down, and sewing it into place, and now you have a nice new shirt to wear during the cool weather, or make it short sleeve for warmer days. Thanks for watching and happy sewing! Dang, that was really good until I messed up. And what are we wait?
I'm waving at the camera.
Thank you! My mom in the background. She won't ever be in pictures, but that's probably as much as we'll ever get of her, so say hi to my mom. She's waving behind the camera. Okay, good enough.